And then the final thing I had was to talk about the clean water rule making meeting that the mayor and I went to, unless you were going to talk about it, Mayor. And just in summary, what these rules are based on are the average fish consumption of people in Oregon. And right now, the clean water rules are based on the average person in Oregon consuming 6.5 grams of fish a day. The updated rules that the Oregon DEQ submitted to the US EPA was increasing those to 17.5 grams of fish a day that the average Oregonian consumed. The US EPA came back and said, no, that's not enough. And so what Oregon is recommending now is that they base the clean water standards on Oregonians consuming 175 grams of fish a day, which is 23 8-ounce servings a month. And so they take that, and then they say, okay, since Oregonians consume this much fish, and that includes salmon, and I don't need to tell you that most of the salmon's life is spent in the ocean. So these Oregon, very little of their time spent in Oregon, fresh water. And so they say, okay, since you Oregonians consume so much fish, we're going to tighten up the rules and increase a bunch of pollutants and send us back to the EPA and try to get their approval. And so Oregon will have the most stringent clean water regulations in the United States if EPA accepts this.
Wow.
Mayor, would you like to add anything?
I can just say beat the same old drum, you know. They're nuts. Who's going to pay for this? Who's going to replace the jobs that are taken away when people leave? Who's going to? It's idiocy. That's all I have to say. Sorry.
I just want to know, have they heard of catch and release? I mean, we may catch them, but we don't always keep them.
Well, the major drive of this is our Native American tribes, the Umatilla tribe and the Warm Springs tribe. There's a Puget Sound tribe, and then there was another study of Chinese and Asian fish consumption in the Northwest, and so they used all that data. Actually, the Warm Springs tribe suggested that they used 398 grams a day, and so I guess we're lucky that they chose 175.
Are they going to require that we eat all this fish?
No. My whole point of saying that, and I lost track, is on at the Oregon DEQ website, there's a very good link where you can make an email comment or you can write them a letter. They're taking public testimony until February 23rd. And all of their rules are on that website, and it couldn't hurt if you took a minute and sent them an email. They want the testimony, so I know I'm going to do that. And there were some very articulate, or some people who gave some very good testimony in Ontario. The doctor who runs the experiment station in Malheur County and the Ontario Public Works Director both gave some really good testimony. So they said they'll listen.
Can you send the link to us?
Sure, yeah. And then Becky had something.